Okay, so I'm joined right here by Coach Tendai Maredza, who's the coach for the ladies hockey team Zimbabwe. Good morning, Coach, and how are the preparations going for the upcoming tournament?
Good morning. The preparations are going well. We've been preparing for this tournament since January. Obviously, we've got a young team this year with most of the senior players having left for school and all that. But we're looking forward to it, and I think it's good for the youngsters to have their first cap.
Now, we haven't struggled as a nation in terms of qualifications for these sort of tournaments, upcoming tournaments. And how is it like this year with the preparations, the time that you have taken? Do you feel confident that you are walking into it, you're going to smash it?
Yeah, we are very confident. Obviously, the goal is to qualify. So 3 teams will be able to qualify to the Africa Cup, and that's the first goal. And then after that, we're obviously looking to win the medal.
So you are coming straight away from another Tri-Nation tournament that's been happening here at Astrotov, where we saw a lot of these youngsters play in there. How important are these sort of tournaments like that in the build-up for huge tournaments like this one?
Very important, because all these youngsters are going to fill in into the national team, and we had over 300 kids playing hockey against Namibia and Zambia. So it's always good for youngsters to have this international exposure, because you want them to also fill into the national team and have that experience.
Okay, but what's the general feel of hockey in Zimbabwe, the status of our hockey in Zimbabwe as compared to other nations in the region? How would you rate it?
Well, we've actually done well, because if you look at the region, most of the countries are also struggling in terms of development, and we probably have one of the best schools set up with South Africa in the region. So it's very good. It's just that we're now losing some players after school that go to university, so we need to bridge that gap and maybe introduce hockey in the universities and have a vibrant league.
What would you say is the strength of this team that you have? You said that you've got a young team of youngsters. What do you say is the strength of your team?
Well, obviously, when you have youngsters, you know the vibe in the camp is always good. The youngsters will always want to bring the heat, and they're going to run hard. Obviously, we don't have the experience, but I think that's going to be squashed by, the vibe, and, those youngsters coming in and running hard.
What would be your appeal to the fans, very lastly, as you are going into this tournament?
Please come and support these ladies and the men's team also. We're obviously going to go for it and win the tournament if we can, but the most important thing is for us to qualify to the Africa Cup. So please come through, support the team. We always have a nice crowd that supports us, and we thank you very much for the continuous support from our corporates and everyone else out there.
Before I let you go, Coach, I would want to ask you that how important is this qualification for you, this qualifier that's coming?
Yeah, it's very important, because you need to get to Africa Cup. Obviously, also rankings, our points for rankings are up for grabs. The last tournament we didn't do so well, so we're looking to up our rankings, and that's always going to be important going into Africa Cup and any other tournament that you want to go into in preparation for the Olympic qualifiers in 2028.